Morning, Abotai. Yesterday we started speaking about the halachot of koshering vessels for Pesach. So number one, we said one of the important ways to ascertain how to kosher a vessel is based on its usage. The same way it's used is going to be the way that you're able to purge it from its chametz flavor. Another very important point about how to kosher a vessel has to do with the material that we're talking about. So now, for instance, if we're talking about metal, and Maran Zichron Bracha extends the same halacha as metal to plastic. The halacha is that you kosher it based on its usage. Like we said, if it's plastic, you're not using it on the fire. But if, let's say, you have a plastic bowl, just like by a metal bowl, you'd pour boiling water from a kli rishon onto it, ayrumi kli rishon. The same thing you would do with plastic. If you have a plastic spoon, let's say a ladle or whatever it is that is used to take out soup from a kli rishon, you'd have to do agala to that. There are poskim that say that you can't kosher plastic. Maran Zichron Bracha does not agree with that. He says plastic is the halacha with plastic is kibul okach polto, like metal. Now, with regards to glass, there's a difference of opinion. According to Maran Shulchan Aruch, glass isn't polea. Glass doesn't absorb flavor, and therefore glass doesn't require any koshering whatsoever, even if it's used with hot. The Rama disagrees. Ashkenazim are customarily machmir. And so is the Ben Ish Chai, by the way. Nevertheless, Maran Zichron Bracha says, L'halacha for Sfaradim, it's unnecessary. You don't need to kosher a glass for Pesach. You wash it out well with soap and water, and it's kasher lePesach. That's it. It's glass, Pyrex, Corel, all kinds of glass. The halacha is that it doesn't need to be kosher. Now, back to metal for a second with regards to frying pans. According to the Rama, frying pans, if you want to kosher a frying pan for Pesach, you need to do libun. You need to torch it. Whereas according to Maran Shulchan Aruch, that's not true. You want to kosher a frying pan for Pesach, hag'ala, purging it, immersing it in boiling hot water in a kli rishon would be sufficient. Now, with regards to kelim that are made out of all sorts of clay or pottery, which is china, porcelain, things of that nature, the halacha is, even if they're glazed, even if there is a glass coating on the outside, it cannot be koshered for Pesach. There's no way to be machshiroto. Therefore, you just put it away for the duration of Pesach with the chametz dishes. And whenever a person does hechsher Pesach, it's best, it's not always necessary, but it's best to leave the keli, leave the vessel unused for 24 hours before you do the hechsher, and then many of these sfekot fall away. Bezat Hashem will continue in the following days. Yom Tov.